YouTube, what's happening? What's up, guys? I believe we are live right now. Hope you guys are all doing amazing. Um, Coming to you from San Diego. We're going to jump into it today. We're going to have a blast. I'm going to be doing a recording for Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast. Make sure you hit the little bell, you hit the subscribe, you turn on your notifications, and make sure wherever you listen to your podcast episodes, you are tuning in for that. You're hitting subscribe to that. You'll get the newest notification every single Monday to Ready Set Go REI podcast. That's Ready Set Go Real Estate Investing Podcast. After listening to a few episodes, leave that 5-star review. Greatly appreciate all the love, all the support lately. You guys are amazing. Keep it coming. We're gonna have a blast, and yeah, can't wait for this. So there's a lot of things in the mix right now, and a lot of good things to talk about. So let's get it. Welcome back, everyone. What's happening? It's your boy, Mr. Brandon Elliott, with Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast. So I wanted to give some updates. There's a lot of things on my mind lately. There's a couple bullet points out I want to talk about. I want to talk about partnerships. I want to talk about AI. I want to talk about funding. I want to talk about Jennifer's birthday. We got a special going on for this whole month because ladies don't just have a birthday, they have a birthday month. I always joke around saying it's a birthday damn year because they're celebrating. We are also going to be talking about we are moving and raising $2 million, raising $2 million. So we can go to the arcade. No. So we can go on vacation. No. So we can build three new buildings, ground up construction. So we're going to talk about it. Stay to the very end. We got a discount for you if you're interested in joining Credit Council Elite. Then this is where you're going to want to be. So let's talk about it. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Man, we are getting ready for a big transition. This week we are moving to Carlsbad from Old Town San Diego up to Carlsbad. Still going to be owning this property here, but we're going to be turning it into Airbnb. And then at this property, we actually are looking to build. We're looking to get permits to build 4 units in the back. It's already a duplex. We do Airbnb downstairs, but we're going to turn these 2 units both into Airbnb, and then we're trying to get permits to go and build 4 in the back, make it 6 units in total. Um, that's going to be incredible. One day, it's one of those situations that we've been struggling to get permits for a very long time. It's on a fault line. It's in a historical area within Old Town. It's in a high fire zone. It's politics. It's a blue state. It's all the things, right? So it definitely makes it a little difficult because it's been years that we've been trying to get this, and we've also hired on the wrong people at first, and hired on people that we thought were right, and God knows at this point. But all I know is it's taking a hell of a lot longer than what I anticipated. The good news is we have another property, though, down the street, about 7 minutes down the street, that that's a single family house. It's got an awesome rooftop deck and a garage, detached garage. We're going to be building 3 units there. We're going to be building 2 in the back and then converting the garage and building that into a unit as well. So that's going to turn into a fourplex before you know it. And the awesome part behind that is we just got word back just a few days ago that we finally got it down to just 2 comments left to get back to with the city. It used to be a boatload, like 30, 40 comments, and then we've been dwindling it down over the last 6 months or so, 6 to 9 months, and we are a heck of a lot closer. So they are anticipating, because how minor those two comments were that we had to address, that we should get something back within like 2 months, and in total about a month and a half to 2 months before. Sorry, 2 weeks. I don't know if I said that or not. 2 weeks. They anticipate that we should get those 2 comments answered back to, and then in total it'll be about a month and a half to 2 months um, before we get the final, permits, approvals, and the green light to start moving forward and building. So that's awesome. So a huge blessing for that, because every square foot that we build, and we will be building, I believe it's about 3,500, 3,700 square feet. Every single one, it's going to be costing us about $300 to maybe 350 at most. And um, it's going to be the ARV behind it is going to be about 900. So it's going to cost us about 1.1 million, maybe a little bit more, 1.3 million. But the good news is it is going to be worth at the end of the day, if I can do my math right, it's going to there's going to be an extra of equity about 2 million plus. So pretty incredible. Super excited for that because that's all tax-free money. That is ground up construction can be easier. We actually haven't fully done it yet. We've done things like ground up construction, but this is going to be fully just dirt, build it up, and no existing walls or anything else. So excited for it because it can be simpler. It can be simplified. It can be a process dialed in, and it's all brand new. It's going to be sexy. So can't wait for that. So we are looking to raise $2 million for this project. Not just for this project, but for carrying over into the other project because we do have faith and hope that we will be building that out soon as well. So the terms on this is going to be for about 12 months time frame, give or take. It could be less. It could be like 9 months, 6 to 9 months, but realistically, it's most likely going to be all of 12 months, with an option to potentially get it extended for 6 months. But the good news is we already own these properties. We already have equity in them. We already have, um, they're already profiting with cash flow from Airbnb. So I'm sure once we are building on it, the cash flow will get, you know, I don't know how many people are going to want to stay at a property where there's construction going on in the backyard and so forth for 6 months at a time. But what I can tell you is somebody will, when it comes down to discounted. So maybe we break even, maybe we don't, maybe we lose a little bit, but we will get benefits in the longevity of things, of the tax benefits, the cash out, free, money, basically non-taxable money. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. So we're going to be able to make a boatload more at the end of the day, right? And do a cash out refinance. So awesome. Super excited for that. Praying that the interest rates come down before then, or whenever that time frame is. Um, so if you know anybody or are interested in potentially uh, partnering with us, then we may have that as an option. We should have that as an option within the next 2 months. Okay, we're not going to be raising it in advance, and we do want to get good solid commitments from people before we raise it. Otherwise, I'll just use credit because how many of you know cash isn't king anymore? Credit is, and if you have it, you have it. If you don't, you want it. So we're gonna be using this worst case scenario. We rather partner up with people that are um, interested in getting into real estate, number one, or have extra capital sitting on the sidelines that they're tired of risking it in other places like stocks and so forth. Which does bring me to a path, or a topic that I would love to cover for 2 seconds here. Right now, I truly believe is with with the crypto market, and I'm not a financial expert. I'm not a crypto maniac. I'm just looking at charts. I'm just looking at the numbers, and people lie, uh men, women lie, right? But numbers don't. And it typically shows a sign, it typically shows a path. And history typically repeats itself, right? We know all these things. So could we be sidetracked by something completely out of nowhere? Possibly, right? There's always the what ifs. There's always the I have no idea. Nobody's got the crystal ball. If we did, we would all be filthy, filthy rich. But the simple fact is we don't know. And that's where investing comes into place. But after looking at what's taking place within the crypto market right now and what potentially could be arising, man, I think crypto is about to take off. I really do. It's already starting to take off this past week. I was able to buy. I had some buy orders just underneath for like 2 weeks, just underneath where where the numbers kept on touching, kept on getting so close, and then it didn't get filled. It was so close. It was like teeter-tottering at like $10 away, seriously, each time. I think as close as like $3, something crazy. And then I finally it went up like 150 dollars. I was like, all right. Um, and then so basically I ended up putting a buy order at like it was about $30 under, or $30 from where it was. So it was about 1% or so, 2% of anyway the buy. And so I was confident that was going to get filled, and when it did, because I did believe it was going to take off, and it did. And so things started taking off, and now it's almost $700 increase from there. So I think there's just opportunities that are about to come in the next 3 months, 3 to 6 months. Like this summer could be really wild. It could be really wild. And when the economy's doing well, when people are making money in crypto, obviously they brag and they show off on social media, and God bless them. They're not going to talk about it when their numbers are down, but that's social media for you, right? But what I can tell you is that it's going to be an opportunity that we you could capitalize on. You could make an intelligent investment. I think Bitcoin, it's not going to be enough. It's going to be a bigger risk. I think it will go very high, truthfully. But even if you know, I don't know, unless you buy a whole damn coin, it's going to be just one of those situations that it's not going to give you the huge increase that you're liking. Ethereum, however, I think that could double, triple, quadruple, and that's just constantly flipping your money. So I've been buying a bunch of those coins, and obviously there's a ton of other altcoins and stuff that you can get wild percentages as well. Obviously, do your due diligence, please. I pray that you just do your due diligence and don't come complaining or whining afterwards. There's going to be plenty of people wiped out from these markets because they're buying. I think it's 70% buying right now, seeing the markets go up. People are buying, buy, and then people pull back when smart investors are in, seeing all the chaos going on. They pull back, they sell, it drops, they make more money, they buy then again. So just be on the lookout for it. Regardless, I think there's opportunity with it. And if you don't want to get risky with it, or if you want to make a boatload of money in it and then reach out to us in a couple months when things get a little bit dicier, then that's a great time for you to invest into real estate. A proven strategy, a proven path with like partnering with people that have done it, like myself, dozens upon dozens of times. We've done 50 plus deals, transactions, and would be honored to show you, provide value, show like how to make sure that you're protected and get you the absolute strongest ROI, like we've done countless upon countless of times. A few months ago, we were able to pay out, I think it was like 5 or 6 investors, all strong returns that they're all happy with. So super excited for that. I do want to cover a couple things because we are moving, right? We're moving this coming Tuesday. Super excited for this because it's something that we have we're being, I call it selfish. I don't know. I don't know what I would but it's like we're finally investing into our home and ourself. It's not like we live in a shack right now. We don't. We live in a beautiful place, beautiful location. But for a very long time, we didn't. We didn't. We lived in a nasty place, even when we were starting to make money. But it was the beginning of making money. So it was like we did it, I think, everything right, but we still stuck around. Like we were making $1 million and still renting a $1,100 spot back in like 2017, 2017. And it was just nasty place. Like mold, there was old windows. It's just like beat up from the feet up. When other properties here in San Diego should have been renting for 2,000, 2,200, 2,500, this place was renting for 1,100. Okay, just to show you, like they didn't care. It wasn't updated. It was nasty, ringety dingety. Like just, you know what I'm saying? So, but we were constantly still making money and investing in all these things, and I kept on postponing with Jen, saying like, "Hey, on the next deal, we'll go after like a nice home in this nice area." And we kept on not doing it, and then eventually we got this one in Old Town, and it was close enough. It was a nice location. It was a beautiful spot, beautiful neighbors, awesome place, and we remodeled it nicely, and we started doing Airbnb. And she just hit me with the conviction of like, hey, I want to move there because it's beautiful and we need to upgrade, and this is disgusting and we need to level up our game. And it was one of those seasons I was like, yeah, but we could make like 14,000 a month extra. And she was like, we're already making good money. We don't necessarily need to make more money, which we do. We're always going to do that. But like, we're already giving a bunch. We're already blessing others. We're already educating others. But now we need to upgrade ourselves. Okay, we've done all these other things, but now it's time to upgrade ourselves. And it was imperative for me to hear that because for a very long time, I kept on postponing it. Like I always got great deals. So once I got a great deal, like I'm not going after a BS deal. I'm passionate about it. I'm a visionary person. I'm an optimistic person when it comes down to the future. More pessimistic in the present, truthfully. And so I identified that, and I kept on postponing it, thinking like, oh, we'll get something beautiful in the future. But we realized like actually we do need to do this for ourselves, and we did. So we moved here 4+ years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago maybe, and so it's been great. However, there's levels to this, and as we start planning for a family, as we start wanting to be closer to some of our friends up north, and after helping out our families and building new homes and financing certain things and all these other pieces to it, and doing it for so many other people, we were like, man, the time feels relevant to do it again, like now for us. And it's really cool to see what took place last time looking back. Like when you make the investment to invest in yourself and get into a new circle, a new environment, a new location, you don't realize the ramification of what could happen. And it's such a blessing 9 times out of 10. There's like so many great things that actually came from it in so many ways. Like we truly leveled up probably two, three, four, 5x, something crazy. And so it was, if not more, like we just totally grew up in a different way and, really started acting like business owners and walking the walk, talking the talk, and just it felt right. Now this is a whole nother level that we're going into. It feels really adulting. And, Jen is turning 31. 35, and she's turning 31 this week, this Friday on the 16th. And so we're going to celebrate, but we are going to also just look back and see how hard we work to get here. It was sitting in gratitude. But number two here is that I can't wait. We were just looking at the budget. We invested way too much, more than we thought. But we put almost 300,000 into this property, and it was already a beautiful property. But it was like 2020 or 2001. It was built 2001, and so it was just outdated a little bit. So we just gutted basically everything and made it beautiful and just very nice. And yeah, anyway, long story short, super excited for this because it's our type of property, it's our type of home. We're making it gorgeous, and I can't wait to take another 5 years in this new home and look back and see how much we've changed and how much we've upgraded, how much we've gone to the next levels, if you will. And sometimes you don't realize it, and it's scary when you're doing it in the transition or when you're about to take that big leap. But what I can tell you is on the other side of it, when you look back, there's so many examples of huge blessings behind it. And so I think wherever you're currently at in this current season, the learning lesson that you can write down and take away, take home for this for yourself, a gift to yourself is understand Like take inventory of your circle right now. Like you are the average of the five people you spend the most time with. And are you happy with your circumstances, even just at home? Like where you pray, where you sleep, where you eat, where you rest, where you shit, like where you shower, where you enjoy not just work if you work at home, but also working out when you're at home and living life. Is it comfortable? Is it your sanctuary? Is it inspiring? Is it taking you to the next level? Like we built this new home, our dream home, if you will, for literally doing exactly that, like inspiring us to go to the next level. And I'm more than confident it's going to take us there just from what I've seen in the past. So I hope that hits for somebody. All right, let's get into the stuff that I did want to talk about because none of that really that was kind of just off the cuff. That's all free for you. All right, but let's talk about this. Um, so partnerships. I want to talk about partnerships for 2 seconds for the simple fact that I keep on running into people with partnerships. And the partnerships, it people are jumping in for all the wrong reasons. And they're doing it with ignorance. Out of all due respect. I say it with respect, but I'm gonna call it how it is because that's what you deserve, that's what you need. You're doing it with ignorance. If you're in a partnership right now, I can almost guarantee 99% of it or 90% of it most likely started with ignorance. Meaning, it's probably a friend of yours. It's probably a buddy you grew up with. It's probably somebody you guys looked at each other one day and said, "Hey, we should partner up. We should do this." Or they dragged you into it. You dragged them into it. And realistically, many people do it because they're scared of doing it by themselves. At least they could take a friend, a family member, a whoever, significant other, and say, "Hey, like, would you take some of the pressure off me? Could we do this together? It feels stronger. It feels better." What you forget to do, and nobody really tells you, and that's why I come into play right here. I'm here to tell you, because I've been in partnerships that worked out well. I've been in partnerships that worked out not at all, and what you want to realize from this is to make something work well, you want to sit down and you want to plan your divorce up front. Now, don't you dare forget, like, this is a relationship. This is business relationship is like a marriage. There is going to be a season where you guys are super excited and in love, and like, this project's going to be amazing. This home, this deal, we're going to make so much money. It's going to be incredible. We're going to make so much impact. It's going to be awesome. But what about all the circumstances or levels and ceilings you try breaking through together, and one's doing more work, the other isn't. The other one is spending all the money, the other isn't. The one's taking vacations, the other isn't. What if there's not enough transparency and communication? What if there's frustration? And what if somebody's not doing any work? Um, what if somebody's paying more into the company and the other isn't? Like, what if somebody's closing more deals, the other isn't? What if there's just love and passion that dissipates from one and the other isn't? You know what I'm saying? It's like there's so many different things. What if somebody gets pregnant and has to, or life circumstances, family issues, hospitalized, and really can't be there to help support the other business owner anymore? When those things happen, of course up front you're like, we'll just talk about it, we'll figure it out up front. You want to figure it out up front because when you plan for that, sitting down with a lawyer, sit down with one, and because they're the best at being very pessimistic and thinking about the worst of the worst. And I remember sitting down, the relationships that have worked out the best for me, it's actually because we sat down with the lawyer up front. We went over, hey, what does this look like? And both of us looked at each other with the lawyer sometimes like, oh my God. Like I wasn't thinking that. Or like, were you thinking that? Like, and then you start like looking at each other like, you gonna screw me? You gonna, it's like, because you didn't even think about it. You guys are on this high and this trajectory going up, but what about when things go down? And so it's important to realize, like, to plan for the worst and hope for the best. But when you plan for the worst and you guys agree when everything is all fine and dandy, what the worst would look like and how you guys would determine the position, like, I'm opting into doing this, or seeking counsel or negotiating, or, when a problem arises, we do these things. When we need money in the account, we both split it. If somebody can't split it, then what? Like we do these things for the simple fact up front, and we agree to it when everybody's all happy, fine and dandy, because when things are tough and times come around, then it's harder to negotiate, number one, and it's harder to paint the blame on others. It's like it's easier just to say, "Oh, sorry, dude. Like, just remember, you don't you don't need to question it. We already talked about it in the very, very beginning. Go back to that sheet. It's all right there. It's very simple. You just follow the rules." Okay. And then now there's accountability on both sides. So I think that is just so, so important for people to lock that in, because I'm running into people, too many, in fact. One I just ran into the other day. There's a partnership of three of them. There's three of them because they both have credibility in the space that they want to teach and coach. There's three of them doing excellent at what they do individually. None of them know coaching whatsoever. None of them know how to get the marketing out there. They basically all just chipped in 20 grand each, paid some guru, quote unquote, to set it all up for them, and then sat back and let it kind of set it, forget it type of mentality. The problem is nothing's performing. Uh, two of them, two individual people, closed their own deals individually. One person hasn't done anything at all, and you know what I'm saying? It's like one's on vacation all the time, the other one's putting in a lot more money and kind of drowning from it. The other two don't know about it. It's just a mix. There's not enough communication, transparency, and wrong expectations, and animosity and resentment start building up. And so you just want to be careful with that, because a good friendship and partnership, or a good friendship in general, might be lost because of a poor partnership. You know, plan for failure, and or plan for, all these horrible things to potentially take place, and hope for something better, and you're going to be set up for a little bit more success. So I just want to stress that to you. Like, if you're in a partnership right now, it's not too late. Go get a legal counsel to plan for the worst. Okay, and have those tough conversations. Ask ChatGPT if needed, but it's like, please sit down with a lawyer. It's going to bless you, and it's a third party person. It just makes it that much easier. That's if you have just one other partner. If you got two, three, four, five, if you, like, the more human beings in the mix, it just makes it that much worse. You want to be cautious on this, very cautious. If one can't make decisions, the other one can very quickly, and the other is like holding them back. I've been in partnerships like that. And it's like, no, I don't want to be held back. I can't wait on yours and have to describe it to you and get all analytical. I need to just go, go, go. So anyway, be cautious with that. And, whether you're in a brand new one, you've already had one started, or whatever it is, if you're considering one, do this ASAP. Sit down with the lawyer. If you need one, reach out to me. I'll connect you with somebody. Okay, next I want to talk about underwriting. So a lot of people, right now we're doing a series within Credit Counseling Elite where we are highly, and I don't want to joke around this, I'm highly encouraging and trying to place my foot in people's rear ends to make sure that they are succeeding, not just on the funding side, because yes, that's what we're doing here. We're getting funding up to 500,000 with interest rates as low as 0%. That can be repeated every 6 months per person. But after you get this funding, then what? I'm talking about real estate. I want to see every single member that we have within Credit Counts Elite getting real estate, getting cash flowing assets that make them money, save them money, protect them, generational wealth beginning. Those strategies, okay? And so when you figure out the partnership, if you have one or not, you sit down with a lawyer. But when you're talking about underwriting deals, we've had a lot of people ask questions behind that, and I've always typically referred people over. Just check out Bigger Pockets. I was going to say Credit Counseling Elite. Check out Credit Counseling Elite. No, check out Credit Counseling Elite for funding. Check out Bigger Pockets for real estate knowledge, or even just running, your deals, your napkin deals, on the back of a napkin. to verify is this a good deal or not, right? So that you understand what is the max you can offer, what's the lowest, what's a fair offer. You can dial in all the things that you weren't considering for all types of investments. However, I also want to put you on game on, it may sound silly, but just ChatGPT, guys. Like ChatGPT. You should be using ChatGPT for everything. 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 Like use and abuse ChatGPT. Why? Because AI is the future, number one. It's already here. If you're not using it, you're falling behind. Like mark my words, if you're not using AI right now within your business, within your knowledge, within your arsenal of getting educated and systemizing work, you are falling behind. It's going to cost you more, it's going to take longer time, it's going to leave you outsmarted basically. Like I am outsourcing so much right now. Our company has been using AI for a while now, for over a year and a half, and it's been impressively empowering in so many ways. And so I encourage you, if you're not using it, start using it. Use and abuse AI because the underwriting on some of these deals is just going to make it a no-brainer. It's going to help out in so many ways. Also, besides AI, besides bigger pockets, you can also check out Deal Check. Deal Check is a great one that people are utilizing as well. I still prefer bigger pockets. But AI right now is going to be the biggest thing. You can just customize it, you can simplify it, you can turn it into whatever you need. And and so I highly just recommend like use and abuse that because it's going to do the underwriting for you. You could ask it to underwrite just like bigger pockets. You could make it do so many things. You could ask it to create a calculator for you, regarding all these different metrics and information. So don't forget it. Use it, abuse it, play around with it. Within 30 minutes to an hour, you could be a ninja at it. You could be doing some wild stuff and saving you time, making you money. And again, it's all about a quick and dirty analyst to be able to, when you get emails or offers that come to the table and you're like, hey, I got this deal I could potentially take a look at. How do I underwrite it? Now you have a resource. You can underwrite it quickly within 5-10 minutes, send it back and say, boom, this is what I'm cool with. This is what I can do. At least within the hour and that's just going to show your confidence of you knowing your area, you knowing the job growth, the population growth, something unique about the area, and you know your strategy and does it resonate within that area. And if you don't know any of these things, great, use my best friend ChatGPT or any of these AI platforms because there's hundreds of them out there. So when you use them, it's going to set you up for success and it will dial everything in for you, and really verify, is this a good deal, a mediocre, like a low, like what is this? Rate this for me. Like, is this a good deal? Should I offer this? What would make this a great deal? In my favor? How can I create this into a win-win scenario? How do I speak this? How do I text this, email it? How do I say this verbally to the agent? How do I not come off like an asshole or a jerk and as if this is lowballed? You can ask ChatGPT or any of these AI platforms. Again, there's dozens upon dozens to be able to systemize it and help you out for the better. Okay. Next, I wanted to cover, so how do you actually use the business credit cards once you get this? Like once you get this funding, I've been having a lot of people ask about it, and truthfully, we talk more about it within Credit Counsel Elite within our inner circle. Why? Because there's business owners in there, there's people that are just movers, shakers that are actually doing this, like really getting this type of funding. And so once they get this, then they need to know how to liquidate it. And number one, in Credit Counsel Elite, we have internal house where we can help you liquidate. We are helping, I think it's like 180,000 we're doing this week for a couple different individuals. So by all means, like yes, when there's a will, there's a way. We do have an internal resource, but there's also other options out there as well. And number one, you always want to just call up your banks and ask, hey, is there a balance transfer or cash advance option, quote unquote, where I can take this at a promotional rate of 0% and take it from the card, liquidate it into cash into my bank account that you have with them, right? That's what you want to do, number one, because that's going to save you the most if they can make that exception or make that happen. And if they can't, fine. Speak to a manager, supervisor, and ask them if they can. If they still can't, then you still have a couple different options, right? Plastique, we've all heard of plastique. So it's plastic. Instead of C at the end, you put a Q, and it's a great resource that that you could utilize. However, they have gone through legal issues several years ago, and just going through a variety of different issues overall. Certain cards you can't use, certain reasons um, or attempts for certain you know if you're using it for real estate or trying to pay yourself, like they're going to throw up some red flags and try to hold you back. However, Bill.com or even Zill Money are two great resources as well that you could utilize that will actually be able to set you up for success, not just paying your bills, but also liquidating these cards into cash. So I just want to give you those couple resources right there. Again, if you need resources to be able to liquidate cards into cash, we can either do it for you, or here's a couple websites that will do it. You don't want to do it with your own merchant account or your own Stripe and things like that. It could cause some issues. It's not always, but certain dollar amounts and certain restrictions, if it links up your name with the business name and your address with the same address, all these things, if anything matches with the accounts versus the credit card, it could be a huge red flag. It could blacklist you. It could shut things down. It could make it a nightmare. And so I do caution you, try not to do this on your own. Get real guidance, real educated knowledge to be able to set you up for success. Okay. All right. And if you're looking for more funding, again, if you're looking to join Credit Counsel Elite, we're not playing any games here. We're really doing this. We have a live webinar coming up this Wednesday. I highly encourage you, if you haven't checked it out, then this is for you. If you have checked it out a long time ago, but want to revisit and see what the heck we're up to and what's changed, then this is for you. So I do encourage you, check out our live webinar this Wednesday. It's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will be having a new one coming up in about a week or two after. That will be on Tuesdays, I believe. Our marketing team is going to be switching that up. But if you want to learn any of that, any more info about that, when you're following us on social media, because you could just DM us and say webinar. Just say webinar, and we'll get you some links and show you how to register for that to save your seat. Otherwise, following us on Instagram, it's Brandon Elliott Investments, or our business page, Credit Counsel Elite on IG. That's Credit Counsel Elite on IG, or Brandon Elliott Investments. And again, if you're interested in learning how the banks and lenders are judging you, real life Monopoly, how to flip the script on the banks, this is for you. We're showing you how to play the game so you know how to win and excel at it, how to fix credit with knowledge and different expertise and different strategies and techniques that truly work over time. And then next, after that, we'll show you how to boost up your score after the fixing is completely done. Boost up your score and show you how to get there to the 800 club within 30 days or less, which is amazing. And after that, be able to put your applications in the right order to get massive amounts of funding. I'm talking up to 500,000. That's 200. That's 300. That's 400. That's $500,000 plus. I just had a member recently. He just showed me he got $1 million in new funding in total, all within Credit Counsel Elite. Super proud of him. Super impressed, and just crushing it in life. So if you're looking for more capital, if you're looking to take down more opportunity, instead of letting them pass you by, instead of missing out on these things, or just being readily available for these opportunities that are coming up and arising, so you're not left behind, then this is a great opportunity for you. We'll show you how to liquidate cards in cash, travel hacking, bookkeeping, tax filing, tax preparation, all that fun stuff. Simplify things and make it that much better so that you're not winging it anymore with these banks, but instead you're doing it with honor, you're doing it with strategicness, and you're doing it with confidence and boldness, and not wasting your time or the banks. Okay. The banks have to lend to us. Keep this in mind. And so they're just looking for low risk. When we show you the rules, the 45 different metrics, how these banks and lenders are judging you, now you know how to play the game. Now you have the opportunity to win. And this is the best part behind it. So check out creditcounselelite.com. We have a huge discount going on for the 90-day challenge members or below. You can get as much up to $3,000 off. So you're going to want to take advantage of that huge discount going on right now to the end of the month, all because of Jen's birthday here on May 16th. So you just need to reach out and say, hey, what about Jen's B Day? What about Jen's B Day? All right, Jen's birthday discount, and just say that you're listening on the podcast for Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast. And then if you are already a member, then all you got to do is spread the word. Spread the word and you can get up to $5,000. Okay. Spreading the word anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, your commission to be able to help spread the word and get other people in here. So it's a no brainer trying to make the love and spread it around for everybody. With that being said, love you guys all so much. I hope you had an incredible Mother's Day for all the mama bears out there. And I pray that you have an amazing, blessed week. You get out there, you crush it, and pray that we crush it this week on our move. But super excited for each and every one of you guys. If you're interested in investing in some real estate with us, partnering up with us in the near future and doing it properly, being a money partner, debt position, get yourself protected. There may be some equity positions in the near future. Then we're looking to raise $2 million in capital, and we will be doing so in the next 2 months or later. So with that being said, if you have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, till next time, guys, God bless. Appreciate you so much. Enjoy your guys' weekend, and we'll see you soon. God bless. That's a wrap, guys. Hope you all have a blessed weekend.